Good morning and happy Friday. This is your message for today, and the first card that popped up is the Knight of Swords. There's a sense of communication here. There's a sense of assertiveness. There's a sense of you pushing forward to get the things that you want. On the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and I just noticed this yesterday, there is a heart. There's a sense of direction of following your heart, of, yes, being logical about the things that you want and how you are going to achieve them, but also having a heart's purpose of why you are doing the things that you are doing. And this entire week, the readings have really been about finding the root of what it is that you want and moving forward from then. And the advice that was given by the cards is how to push forward. But you have to remember that every single assertive thing that you do and everything that you plan around your goals and your manifestations has to come from the root. It has to come from the heart and the heart's purpose and understanding what you value in this lifetime and why. And then that is going to help push you forward towards success because you are going to know why you are doing the things that you are doing. Seven of Wands, defensiveness. Bravery in this cards is popping out, but there's a sense of defensiveness, of needing to protect your ideas. And I think that if you don't follow your heart's purpose and you don't know why you're doing the things that you're doing, you're obviously going to be defensive. You're going to be jealous. You're going to feel like you need to prove yourself to the world instead of doing things that you actually want to do. And that's not right. You have to understand that you're doing things for yourself. You have to understand that you are doing things for your heart and for your self-purpose. And it's not for anybody else, and it shouldn't be for anybody else. So just because you are doing something differently and you're afraid of being different or you're afraid of being judged for doing things a certain way doesn't mean that it's wrong, especially if you are following your heart's purpose and you are following your own logical thinking. Also to note that the how does not matter. That is a big thing in manifestation, but it also doesn't matter psychologically. Because your mind is created with two parts. It is created with the conscious mind that says what you want and what you are looking forward to and what your goal is. And then the subconscious mind that is actually the one who is taking over your body, so to speak, and doing the things that you want to do. So if you give your brain a goal and you give your brain the resources that it needs to achieve that goal, your brain will handle the rest of it. It's the same idea of when you're thirsty, you don't think about, I am thirsty, I need to reach out my arm, I need to hold the water bottle, I need to open the cap, and I need to swallow. You only think about, I am thirsty, and then your brain does the rest of it. Your subconscious does the rest of it. And it's the same here, that if you are following your heart's purpose, if you have a set goal in mind, and you have all the resources to be confident enough to be assertive in getting those things, your subconscious will handle the rest. The how does not matter. You will find your path. But with the Seven of Wands popping out, you also have to be very cognizant of not being defensive. If you have found yourself being jealous of things lately, you might not be following your heart's purpose. You are not doing things for yourself. You might be doing things just for the money. You might be doing things just for the popularity and just for the recognition instead of doing things for yourself. Four of Swords popping out. Might be time for a little bit of a break too. If you find yourself being very defensive, you might need to take a step back, breathe, relax, take a nap, sleep on it, sleep it off. Let your brain, again, reset and figure out what you want, why you are doing it. That is going to keep you motivated. That is going to help push you forward, and that is going to make sure that you aren't defensive, that you are, again, doing things for yourself and not doing things for everybody else. I feel like we need to more. Temperance card is falling out again this week. Sense of balance, sense of gray area. Also understanding that just because somebody is doing things that you want to be doing and you feel jealous over it and you constantly ask yourself, why is it not working out for me? You might not be in the balance of the gray area. And what I mean by this is you might be looking at things in black and white. You are thinking that if something works out for somebody else and it doesn't work out for me, that's it. I'm done. I give up. I'm just going to defend my ideas and not do anything with it. You can't constantly be in defense mode. You have to actually take the aligned action to push yourself forward. And that means sitting in the gray area for a little bit because everything has silver lining in it if you allow it to. Because everything's a matter of our perspective, and if you constantly look at the negative things and everything, that's all you're going to see. Your brain is habitually going to look at only the negatives. So if you are feeling negative, figure out why. Figure out where you can find the growth in this situation. where you can figure out how you can shift your path a little bit. How can you give your subconscious more resources to push itself forward? Find silver linings in everything. Find the balance. Nothing is ever going to be black and white, ever. Because every single person has a different perspective of their reality. And you can always shift your reality. And Five of Cups is falling out, directly associated with the Temperance card, with the sense of balance, that you are hyper-fixating on the negatives. You are looking at the spilled cups. You are regretting the things that you are doing. You are afraid of things not working out just because they haven't worked out before, but you can't live in your past. Yes, learn from your lessons, but do not dwell on them. Forgiveness is a mental concept. Forgiveness is a mental habit, and you have to forgive yourself and learn to forgive yourself for making mistakes and for feeling negative and for getting jealous and for being defensive. But that doesn't mean that you are that person. You can always change your perspective. You can always decide to learn from your lessons and push forward instead of sitting in the disappointment of crying over spilled milk. Remember, Five of Cups fell out yesterday too. Just because you have spilled emotions and you have 3 cups that are spilled over in the original Rider-Waite, you can see that there's still 2 cups that are left standing. And that means that there is still hope to move forward and get to your goals. You just have to stop being so defensive, start being more assertive, follow your heart's purpose, understand that that is why you are doing the things that you are doing, because you do want to achieve something in this lifetime for yourself, not for the money, not for the fame, not for the checklist, but for you. And if you aren't doing things for yourself and you are feeling negative and you aren't finding pleasure in your life, then it's genuinely time to take a break. It's genuinely time for you to sit back, figure out why things aren't working out in your favor in terms of your happiness, and figure out why you feel the way that you do. And a big thing about this is sitting in the in-between and finding the silver lining of why things aren't working out, because you might not be doing things that you are meant to be doing, and subconsciously you know that, but you're living in denial and not allowing yourself to feel that, and your subconscious and conscious is disconnected, and that is why the what you want is not connecting to the how you are doing it. Stop crying over spilled milk, figure out what you want, and go from there.